The Massachusetts mother accused of killing her 3 young children is back on trial this week. Lindsay Clancy breaking down in court this week as the medical examiner described the autopsy of her 5-year-old daughter. Clancy does not dispute that she killed her 3 children. Her lawyers contend she suffered from severe postpartum depression, even psychosis, and is not criminally responsible. Criminal defense attorney Brian Claypool joins me now. It would seem a stretch, Brian, when a woman admits that, that she killed her kids, it would seem a stretch to get her found not guilty. But there is some compelling evidence that we'll get to in a moment. What do you think the chances are that her team can get her off?
Hey, John, always great to see you again. Yeah, look, anytime you have an insanity defense, in Massachusetts, it's called lack of criminal responsibility. Same thing as insanity. But look, those cases are usually dead on arrival. Why? Because they're a complete defense. What does that mean? That means that she would walk free, right? If Clancy got off on this, she walks free. It's a complete defense. But look, in this case, I think there is a glimmer of hope for her defense team to get 1, 2, maybe 3 jurors. I think the best she'll do is a hung jury. But look, the fact she's even in the game is compelling. And the reason why, John, is because her defense team has created a trial within a trial. That means she has put on trial the mental health system in our United States. There's been evidence in this case of multiple calls she made, threatening to kill herself, telling a nurse practitioner, hey, look, I can't take care of myself. I don't know what's going to happen to the kids either. And then nothing was done to intervene to get her the proper treatment.
Yeah, and her defense team is also saying that her doctors way overprescribed medications, and I want to put up a list of some of those. Many of the names are hard to pronounce. There's amitriptyline, busoprone, the one commonly known as Klonopin, and on and on and on. 13 medications that were given to this woman. Sometimes with one doctor not even knowing what another doctor was prescribing, according to the defense. That has to do a lot to help a jury understand that she was maybe over-medicated.
Yeah, John, you make a great point about the lack of communication, right? I mean, look, this is not the Twinkie defense, right? You've heard about these crazy insanity defenses. This is about a 4 to 5 month window, John, leading up to the death of her kids, where she was reaching out for help. And you're right. I wrote it down. 5 doctors, 30 prescriptions, 13 different medications. Now, you tell me if none of those mental health providers are communicating as to potential side effects. I'm familiar with a couple of those drugs. And when they're combined, they create a severe depression. And that's exactly what she was experiencing here. And look, John, little things could have taken place. For example, one of these nurse practitioners could have called Child Protective Services. The children are the most important thing here. Why didn't anyone call CPS? They are mandated reporters. When somebody calls and says, I think I'm going to kill myself and I don't know what's going to happen to my kids, you have a duty, a legal duty to call CPS. There could have been what's called family therapy installed here, where you separate the kids, parents, grandparents are together. Let's try to get this woman better. So look, I do think she's got, some traction to potentially get a couple of jurors to side with her.
Let's turn our attention to another big case that is attracting an awful lot of attention. That's Luigi Mangione's case in Manhattan. He's the guy accused of shooting Brian Thompson, the healthcare executive. He pleaded guilty to a couple of charges of stalking, federal charges. And now his attorneys are saying you can't charge him for murder in state court because of double jeopardy laws. Listen to this and let's get your reaction.
New York law does not permit a person to be prosecuted and punished twice for the exact same crime under a statute that governs successive prosecutions. It's also known as the double jeopardy law. Today's guilty plea triggers this statute, and we just filed our motion in state court explaining why the state charges must be dismissed under New York's double jeopardy protections.
So he pleads guilty to a couple of charges that could still bring him life in prison, federal charges, but now they're asking the state to throw out the charges, the murder charges against him. Is this really good and, clever lawyering, or is this a Hail Mary?
This is high risk. This is a high risk poker table in Las Vegas, John. And here's why. We have what's called dual sovereignty in the United States. That's a federal doctrine, by the way. What does that mean? You could charge somebody and prosecute them in state court and federal court for the same crime, right? Well, New York comes up with this crazy law that no other states have that says, oh, well, you can't be prosecuted for the same crime in both state and federal court if it emanates from the same fact pattern. Well, here's the bad news for Mangione's team and why they may lose on trying to throw out the state charges. It is called the supremacy clause. Have we forgotten that you cannot have a state law that directly conflicts with a federal law? John, Article 6, Clause 2 of the Constitution says you cannot have a state law directly conflicting with a federal law. And that's exactly what that New York law does. So if I'm Alvin Bragg, the New York City attorney, that is my first argument. I hope he's watching this, dude. That's what you have to be arguing, that this state law is thrown out, it's not effective, and it conflicts with federal law. And this guy, Mangione, should face murder charges in the state case.
Yeah, it's fascinating that his team gets him to plead guilty, essentially to the murder. I mean, he said in his plea that he murdered Brian Thompson, even though it's a stalking charge. But they don't want him to face trial on the state level. Brian Claypool, we have to say goodbye. Brian, good to see you. Thank you.
You bet. Thanks, John.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.